Yeah, now when it comes to the, excuse me, when it comes to the graphing part, you should remember, most probably you are going to have the MCQ paper, but sometimes you may have one or two essay questions accordingly, right? Because I'm planning to have it for 1.5 hours. So you have to like log into the session and you have to do it. Excuse me. And I'm planning to have the paper online, but I'm not so sure that I will be able to like have all the things online. So let's see. If it not an online, it's going to be an offline one. Anyway, it is doing for you people to assess yourself, right? So my advice is there are plenty of room for you to cheat yourself if you want, right? ඔයගලන්ට copy කරන්න ඕන නම් copy කරන්න පුළුවන්, ඔයගලන්ට පොත් වලින් බලන්න ඕන නම් පොත් වලින් බලන්න පුළුවන්, right? So you got plenty of rooms, but my advice is just be honest to yourself. You are going to assess yourself, that's all, right? It doesn't matter. I really don't, it's like this. I really appreciate if you are going to have the highest mark on your examination with the on the honest platform, let's say, right? And again, above that, what I really want is for you to understand what is the position that you are in, right? So that is why we are doing the examination. It's not to be the first, not to be the last as well, right? But to get to know about yourself and to prepare yourself, that's all, right? And I have given you, I have said there will be a paper from these kinds of lessons. So you had plenty of time, still you are having the plenty of time to have a rehearsal, right? So revise the things and get ready and face it as a very face it and get to know about yourself, that's all, right? So like cheating and copying, it's eventually do not do any harm for me, not for your friends, but to yourself, right? So sometimes you may feel okay, mata lakunu adu unot meka hari nathi weyi neda kiyana eka. No, it's not the point, right? So you get to know about your weak places and don't let your laziness or the carefulness to deduct your marks, right? පාඩම් කරන්න කම්මැලි වෙලා හරි careless වෙලා හරි ඒක කරගන්න එපා, right? Give your best shot. I'm always saying give your best shot and be honest to yourself, right? Then you will assess yourself, okay, I'm on this position, right? නැත්නම් ඕක අපි පොතකින් බලාගෙන ලියලා හරි නේද, copy කරලා ලියලා හරි නේද, ලකුණු 100න් 100ම ගත්තත් there is no point because you don't know what it is, right? And I hope you will all be honest to yourself, right? And I'm not going to monitor or I'm not going to put the pressure on you. It's simply being responsible, right? So we'll just get to know ourselves, right? Then definitely we will be like we can advance ourselves when we know what are the weaknesses of ours, right? So get to know about your strength, get to know about your weaknesses. So those will be the threats and opportunities on this point, right? So get ready. You're going to receive a paper next week, right? So let's see, right? What I'm saying is give your best shot, right? Okay, so let's talk about these charts and these spreadsheets. Now, when it comes to the charts, there are different kinds of charts. Now, we always use the charts to do some analyzing things, right? So when we need the comparison, when we need some analytical idea about something, we use the graphs, right? And there are many different graphs that you can see, right? In your textbook, they have introduced you like column charts, bar charts, line charts, pie charts, and XY scatter charts. Let's see what are those, right? As well as like even you can create a graph regarding this as well. Right? So let's see how those things can be done. And first of all, you need to have these data in your worksheet to deal with a particular graph, right? So like there are ways that you can create the graph and feed the data, but it's better you like have something like this, and then you can achieve that quite easily, right? And you can do the things quite easily, right? So yeah, so let me quickly copy this thing onto my Excel sheet, right? So it has name. I'll take less amount of subjects, right? So maths, science, Sinhala, and ICT, right? So my famous names: Saman, Kamal, Nimal, Jihan, Shania, Viveka, and what else? Nuradi. Okay. So these are some random numbers. So don't misjudge these companions. I'm just fixing over. Right. Right. Okay. I didn't get the ICT. All right. Right. All right. Now this is my data set. Now, when you need to create a particular graph, the first thing that you need to worry about, what is the data that you are going to use? Then according to that data, or like the data that is being provided to you, you have to decide which kind of a graph or which kind of a chart that you are going to use, right? Because not all the data will be able to represent in all the chart formats or the graph formats, right? So if you just go to the insert tab, you can see many kinds of graphs over here, right? I'm sorry, many kinds of charts over here, right? So you have the column charts, right? And here under the column charts, they have bar charts as well, right? And some tree maps, some new type of things, right? The waterfall methods, these things are not, maybe not in your versions, like the surface charts kind of things, right? So we are more into these column and bar charts and the line charts and the area charts, right? As well as pie charts, right? And the scatters. So when it comes to the scatters, we can see how a particular graphs can be also populated, right? So yeah, now this column charts and bar charts, we can use those things for the comparison, right? To compare the things, right? When it comes to the pie chart, it is also for the comparison purpose, but unlike the column chart has the ability to compare many different series. But when it comes to the pie chart, it is just a single series that you will be given the chance to analyze, right? So let's see how these things are being used, right? It is pretty easy actually when you know the method, right? So the first thing that you need to do is you have to select the area where you need to insert into a chart, right? So in that case, just don't select the values, just select the entire thing, right? So now I can go to the charts and very simply, I can select a 2D column chart, right? So if I select 2D column chart, you can see my chart is already drawn by the Excel, right? So look at this. Then here it contains the marks and it is goes up to 120. If you want, you can change this, right? And it is taken like Saman, Kamal, Nimal, Jehan, Shania, Viveka, and Nuradhi, right? So those are the names of the students. And here at the bottom, it has maths, science, Sinhala, and ICT. So like 4 different colors to represent the 4 different subjects. So it's simple and it is understandable, right? So this shows you the marks of each and every student regarding like each and every subject. So if you look into the Saman, you can easily understand how much he has taken to the maths, how much he has taken to the science, likewise, right? So it's quite a descriptive, a good analysis regarding this. And if you want just the, let's say that just the science marks with the names, so what you can do is you can select the science column, you can select the names, and then you can insert a chart, right? So here they have shown you, I'm sorry. So they are showing you the figures of the science subject for the particular students, right? So likewise, if you really know the data that you want, the type that you want, it is pretty easy for you to generate something like this. And again, if you want to change your things, or like the axis numbers, the chart titles, right? The name of the, we call this the legend. And here, I'm sorry, this is the x-axis, this is the legend. So if you want to change the items in the legend, you can do, right? So let's go one by one. Like when you are having a chart, so when you select the chart, you will be given a new tab called chart design, right? So chart design is the one which illustrate how this chart is, how these charts are going to be. So from there, here you can, using this, you can add chart elements like the axis, axis titles if you want. Now axis means what? The y-axis, siras atar tiyana kena, x-axis, tiras atar tiyana kena, right? So then you can go for the chart titles, and as well as you can go for the data labels, right? So for the moment, no data labels are there. So if I place these things, it will show me what are the numbers and what are the figures of these charts, right? So you can use the data labels accordingly, right? And if you want, you can display the data table. So both the data is available, like the what are the names of the students and how much they have scored to each and every subject, right? And you can have it with the no legend keys, right? So like you can see the difference. Likewise, you can have now this error bars, grid lines. Actually, I can show you error bars is something a little bit advanced. So I'm not going to talk about it for the moment. And the legend, as I told you, like you can see the legend. Legend is this. Now, what are these colors are going to represent? So you can change the legend, the place where it's going to be. Right. So now you can see math, science, single and ICT is at the right side of yours. I can take it to the top as well, to the left. For the moment, it's in the bottom, right? So likewise, we can do the changes for a particular chart, right? And here in the quick layout, you can change the layouts of the charts according to the layouts that they have given, right? If you want it more descriptively or more attractively, you can change the types as well, right? That is according to your need, right? And the change in the colors, you can change the color patterns, the color bars if you want, right? So there are many options, right? And here they have shown you some chart styles. You can have it with the figures. So these are predefined things, right? You can look into those and can be used if the appearance is okay with you, right? So likewise, there are some predefined things, so you can use it, right? And if you want, you can switch the rows and columns in here. So if I switch this, you can see this graph is going to change. So now I have switched the columns. How the columns are being switched? Now the subjects are here and the names of the student have become the legends. Then මෙතන තියෙන maths වලට එක එක ළමයා ගත්ත ලකුණු. Science වලට එක එක ගත්ත ලකුණු. සිංහල වලට එක එක ළමයා ගත්ත ලකුණු. IT වලට එක එක ළමයා ගත්ත ලකුණු. So as per your requirement, you can do the changes, right? And the select data is something that helps you to select the data that you want to show on the graph, right? So if you, once you click it, it will show the things like the things on the horizontal axis and the things on the vertical axis as the legends. So if you want to take out some things, you can take things out. So like if you untick the maths, this graph is not going to show you the maths details, right? So if I press OK, so no maths included, only science, single and ICT is included, right? And if I switch the rows, you can see only 3 subjects per student is indicating, right? And if I take out Shania from here, I'm going to lose this particular segment from my chart. So if I press OK, yeah. So only 6 students are there, not the 7th. So likewise, selecting the data will allow you to display the things or to not to display the things on your chart. Okay, people, is it clear so far? Right. Okay. Great. Right. And I can show you the things which is regarding these chart titles and legends. Actually, the chart title, we can double click on it and we can change the name, right? So I can say term test marks of grade 10. Likewise, I can change it, right? And here from the plus will help you to add some chart elements. Right now, this could be this is a facility which is given like after the 2010 version, as I remember, right? The previous version, which is 2007, I think it's 2013, as I remember. 2007 and 2010 does not contains this facility right over here. So once I click on this, I can have the things that I want. Right, so if I want, I can have the axis title, right? So it will, I'm sorry, this, it doesn't matter whether the which axis that you are going to use. It gives a chance to name the axis in both sides, right? If you don't want, you can just take away those, right? And data labels, if you want, you can place the data labels, and from here you can decide at which point the data labels are going to be, right? So it is quite customizable, right? So it helps the people as they want. Like if you want the data table, you can choose the data table, and you can choose where, like how the table is going to show, right? Error bars, it's something little advanced, so don't worry about it. Grid line is like the line that you can see behind this chart, these particular rules, right? And the legend, if you want to get rid of the legend, you can get rid of the legend, so legend won't be showing anymore, right? So if I tick on the legend, it will appear, so I can change the place that it's going to display. Trendy line, if I give the trendy line, so they are asking like the trending should be like choose based on something, again something a little bit advanced for you, right? So for the moment I'll get rid of it, otherwise you will get jumbled things in your mind, right? So this is the way that most of the charts can be used. Right now you can create many different charts regarding the same data set, right? So if you compare, or like if you insert a bar chart, it's going to be something like this. So it's the same data set, but student names are onto the y-axis, and the marks, that is onto the x-axis, right? So have the difference of the, like have the idea how the bar chart and the column chart differ from the appearance. And in most of the exam questions, they always ask, like by providing some data set, asking what is the suitable chart type that you can go for, right? In most of the cases, the answer is a column chart or a bar chart, right? It is because column chart and bar chart always most of the time they fix with the requirement, right? They can match the requirement that the user want, right? So so we can change the chart type. Yeah, Denuka, I will, right? So you can change the chart type into different types. So we discuss about the column. This is how the line chart works, right? So if I press OK, this will change to a line chart. So it just showing ups and downs, and regarding the values of the subjects, right? So when you're having this kind of chart, it's better you use some data labels. Otherwise, it won't be able to recognize very well, understand very well, right? I'll leave the pie chart for the moment. I'm not going to go for it. And if I took the area chart, I can take this. So it is like the ICT shows the first area, and the Sinhala shows the next area, which you can't see properly. And you can understand, like the area chart is not something suitable to show this kind of comparison, right? So this may good for just to show one type of comparison, or if you want to show how the maths marks are being changed, it is good with the area chart, but comparison of two things may lead you to some conflicts, right? And if I change the chart type to X and Y scatter, right? So this is how it happens, right? So here the 1 to 8 things are being taken as the horizontal values. Like if we go for the data tables, data labels, it will show you what are the marks which is denoted by or which is represented by these dots, right? Now in this in this kind of situation, data labels are not very much helping, or it's very much not very much suitable, right? So there will be some like I said, there will be some mismatching places for some data set regarding some chart types, right? This map stock, I'm not going to talk about those things. Those are some newly introduced things. Even I don't have a big idea about these two. The surface one seems quite interesting. Excuse me. Right, we'll just see how it happens. Yeah, Denuka. Names are not going to display in the scatter charts. Eka me ඒකට කියන්නේ සිංහලෙන් අපි කියන ඛණ්ඩාංක තලයක් ලකුණු කරනවා වගේ කියන්නේ values එක තමයි ආ වැඩ කරන්නේ. Right? ඒකයි මම කිව්වේ සමහර chart types සමහර දේවල් වලට ගැලපෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. Right now, this looks pretty nice, but again, if you want to take idea, it don't shows you, right? So chart is not something to be illustrated in a non-understandable way. Chart is something for you to help to understand the things quickly, right? සමහර වෙලාවට සමහර අය charts ගැන කතා කරනකොට ලස්සනම chart එක දාන්න බලනවා. So not like that, people, right? Get what you want, right? So now there are many different type of things, and the final one is the combo type, right? So this combo type is actually combining two things. Here it's columns and the line chart. Here it is again the column chart and the line chart in a different way. Here the area chart and the column chart, right? Several different ways how the things are going to express, right? So majorly just know about the column, bar, line, pie chart, and the area and scatter, right? That will do the things that you want. And I want you to take the idea about, or take your concentration about the pie chart. Now, you know, this particular thing is given by this, given against this particular data set. And again, if we select the particular data set and insert a pie chart, now you can see it is displaying the segments of the maths subject only, right? So it is regarding regarding the students only for maths subject, right? So when you are selecting the graph or the chart, you can see only name and the maths is selected. Like I said, now pie chart is not something to compare lots of series of data. It's just to compare just one series of data, right? And it has its own way of illustrating it. You can illustrate it with some percentages on it, right? So most of the time, pie chart is allowing you to show something with these percentages, right? So different types are there. So you can use, but remember, pie chart is not good to represent all the data in a particular series, right? It will help you to go with one particular, one kind of data against another, right? Only so, that means only two types can be there, not more than two types. Like legend will indicate one particular type of particular data, and the chart will indicate related one particular data to the legend. Okay, so people, is that clear? Right, great, great. Okay, so let's move to your book for a while. So they were just asking you to illustrate things from a chart, so we know about it, right? And we talk about the pie chart as well, right? So yeah, this is something interesting, right? So like we can draw, actually we can draw a graph where we always learn for the mathematics, right? And we draw things like this. We can have this type of graphs can be easily generated with the Excel sheet, right? So I'm going to take the same equation to deal with the graph that we are going to draw, right? So I'll copy it right over here. Yeah. So this is the equation that we are going to practice. Actually, this is not x2, this is x squared, right? So that should be shown as a power. So power can be shown like this. So x to the power 2 minus 5x minus 3. Now we generally make the table just by having x and y. And sometimes you may remember in between these x and y, there were several different steps. ගණන් වල කරනකොට x වල තේලිය ලියලා ඊට පස්සේ x වල වර්ගය ලියනවා ඊට පස්සේ 5x ලියනවා ඊට පස්සේ -3 ලියනවා ඊට පස්සේ තමයි අපි y වාර ගන්න. Right, but unlike the mathematics, here they have given us the liberty and the ability to write the y just by using a formula straight away, right? So I'm just going to have y from -4 to +4, so it's going to be -4 -3 -2 -1 0 1 2 3 and 4. And for y, I'm going to write an equation. So my equation is going to be equals, so I need x squared, that means -4 square, right? That means I'm going to say b1 square 2 minus 5 times into b1 minus 3, right? තෙසඳු අපි මුකුත් ලිව්වේ නෑ පුතේ මේ ග්‍රාෆ්ස් අඳින එක ගැන කතා කරේ පුතා පොඩ්ඩක් මුල ටික රිෆර් කරන්න ඊට පස්සේ අපි ලියාගමු, right? Yeah, Now here it's not the B1 people. Actually, I need to have B19 -4 ni mama refer karanna one. So it's going to be B19. This is going to be B19 as well. So once I press enter, it's 33 is my answer. Is it tally with this? Oh, it goes from -2, -1 to 7. Never mind. So using the fill handle, I'm going to copy these things. Yeah. So you can see 33, 21, 11, 3, -3, -7, -9, -9, and -7. Right. So yeah. So if I tally the things with this, yeah, 11, 3, -3, -7, -9, -9, -7, -3, 3, 11. Okay. So this is the data set that I took, and using these two, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the insert. I'm going to choose this scatter, and this is the XY scatter. So if I choose that, here comes my graph. According to my data set. Let me, yeah. So you can have any type of graph using this particular one, right? Right. So I think you have done the graphs like this as well. X equals 3x plus 6. I'm sorry, y equals should be. Sarala prasthara kiyala අපි කරේ නේද? Y equals 3x plus 6. So if I consider the same data set for x, no. Suddenly Excel become not responding. Why was that? Let me close it and take it. Okay, let me type the X quickly as possible. Lose my data. Oh. I'm changing my column width to something like 4. Yes, I want to change these things to 4 as well. So I can have many different numbers. -4, -3, -2. Okay. So my equation was that I was considering, let me merge these things. I was considering y equals 3x plus 6. Right, so here I'm going to say equals, it's G17 into 3 plus 6, right? Yeah. So here I go. So if I draw a particular scatter diagram for this, again, select it, go to the insert, go to the scatter, go to the XY. Yeah, you can see this. This is going to be the scatter diagram regarding this particular equation. Okay, people, how is that? Is that clear? Right. So I think you got a pretty good idea about drawing the charts, right? So if you want to draw the charts, all you need to worry about is of this data. First, you need to have solid data set to do that. So you have to find the particular data set very particularly and very carefully. Then drawing the chart is just a piece of cake, right? Okay, so I think that's all. Yes, with the Excel, right? So we have done all the things. We have covered all the things in the Excel, like we have done a little bit more as well, right? So if you got any question regarding the Excel, it's time to ask, as well as let's try these 2 exercises, people, right? So we may have a good practice regarding this Excel, right? So you have another activity as well, and it is kind of an exam question, so we'll do that as well, right? Okay, first let's go with this question, right? Okay, so you know what to do. Let me have the answers. Read it and send me the answers. Tesandu, the question is mostly something like this. My activity question, right? We'll do that as well once after we're done with this. Ravindu, be careful. They're asking about the cell range. This is not the way that you can write the cell range, Buddha. You need a colon. Okay, first one is correct. Ositmi correct. Osanga correct. Udamya, when they are asking about the range, don't write the equal sign, because range is not a formula. It's just range. B1 colon B4 is enough. Tesandu, same goes with you. You don't need to have the equal sign, right? Range, just the range is enough. Ositmi, yeah, I think this is for the second one, right? Yeah, so that is correct. That is correct. For the third one, yes, that is correct, Udamya. Sairi, hold on. Sairi, yeah, first one is correct, Dua. Yes, yes. Udamya, third one is correct. Osipmi, second one is correct. Tesandu, second one is correct. Osipmi, it's the third one. The third one is correct. Denuka, Denuka, this is for what? Sayuri, your one is correct. Denuka, what is the answer? Dinelka, first one is correct, second one is correct, third one is correct. Osanda, third one is correct. Denuka, first it's not the correct answer. Pehara, third one is correct. Sairi, third one is correct. Ositmi, in the fourth one, they are just asking, write the formula, not the function. So you have to write it using the cell addresses and the operators. Then second one, that is correct. That is not correct, Buddha. It's just see, you have told me A3 colon D12, not D12, Buddha. Ravindu, first one. Ravindu, first one, it's actually B1 colon B4, not A1, Buddha, because 2 is in the B1 cell. Right? Yeah, Ravindu, that's correct. Denuka, yes, now it is correct. Yes, yes, yes. Tesandu, third one. Third one. Yeah, Tesandu, they have asked the entire range, Buddha. So it's going to be B2 colon D3. B2 colon D3, Buddha. Right? So you can write it at once since they are like staying together. Samitu, first one is correct. Second one is correct. Samitu, first one, there's a problem. Second one is correct. Third is correct. Go through the first one again. Ravindu, third one is correct. Udamya, fourth one is correct. Denuka, third one is correct. Pehara, fourth one is correct. You can't answer the sixth one. They are just asking about a description, and it's better you like type it for me, the sixth one, right? And Osanda, fourth one is correct. Sayuri, fourth one is correct. Samitu, first one is correct. Denuka, fourth one, no. Denuka, it won't give you the samputa. It's just, you are just define the range, but it won't give you the sum of the things, right? So just write not the function, only the formula. Ravindu, fourth one is correct. You should start it with the equal sign. Dinelka, fourth one is correct. Tesandu, Puta, in the fourth one, they have asked the formula, not the function. Formula kiwama oya sutra eliyandu. Right? Function එක use කරන්න එපා, just by using the cell addresses, write the formula. Denuka again, what you have written is correct, but what they are asking is not the function, but the formula. Formula කියන්නේ cell addresses උයි plus minus operators ඒව පාවිච්චි කරලා ලියන එක. Right? So go for that. Pehara, that is correct. ඒකේ ඒගොල්ලෝ clearly function එකෙන් අහලා තියෙන fifth one, that is correct. Sayuri, that is correct. Udamya, that is correct. Ravindu, yeah, now it is correct, Ravindu. Hold on, Ravindu. Ravindu, I think, oh, no. Ravindu, for the fifth one, fifth ke puta egollo කියලා තියෙනනේ function එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියලා. So functions are what they got a name, sum, max, mean, average. So you have to use that, Ravindu. What you have written is correct, but according to the question, it is wrong. Dinelka, fifth one, you got the same problem. They are asking for a function. You are just write a formula. Osanda, that is correct, the fifth one. Osanda, that is correct. Yes. Dinelka, that is correct now. Yeah, Dinelka, that is correct. Okay, type me the sixth one as well. Tesandu, yes. You should start it from equal sign Buddha. Equal like a dala patangana, then it is correct. Denuka, yeah, that is correct for the fifth one. Sulakdi, the first one is correct, second is correct, third is correct, fourth is not correct. They are asking you to write it using cell addresses. So you can't have the concrete values. Fifth one is correct. You can use A3 colon D3 as well, or else you can use it like this as well. Go through the fourth one, Sulakdi. Tesandu, fifth one is correct. No one has sent me the answer for the sixth one. Don't be scared to describe people. Just type it in. Osit me, you really don't want to use the absolute cell reference door there. So just A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 is fine, right? But it's correct. Your answer is correct. No problem, but you really don't need to do the absolute cell reference part, right? Pehara for the sixth one. They're asking, right, how you would copy the formula in E3 to E4. Okay, E3 to E4. Yeah. Not sixth one, Pehara. No, you have to think a little bit more. They are talking about the fill handle. Denuka, the fourth one is saying, write a formula in A5 using only cell addresses to calculate the total of the values from A1 to A4. So just using the cell addresses, take the sum of the numbers from A1 to A4. I'm sorry, yeah, A1 to A4. So just start it from equal sign, have the cell addresses, then you have to add those up. That's all, simple as that. Ravindu, Puta, to take the total, it's not the count, it's the sum that we are using. Dinelka, yes. Yeah, Dinelka, it is not using the cell, using absolute cell reference won't be a correct answer to it, because they are asking how to copy the E3 into E4. So you have to say, select the E3, using the fill handle of E3, just drag it down for one row. So E3 will be copied to the E4. Udamya, yeah, what you are saying is partially correct. It's better you describe much, right? No, Ositmi, you don't need to put the colon, Dua. It's just, you can just write it equal A1 plus A2 plus A3. That is what you're asking, right? Yeah. Just A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 is fine, Dua. That's enough. Tessandu sixth one එකේ අහන්නේ explanation එකක්. Tessandu, you have to explain it. Udamya, yeah, what is happening there is relative cell reference. So they are asking how to do that, no? So you have to tell, select the E3, select the fill handle of the E3 and drag it to the A4. Then the formula in the E3 will be relatively copied to the E4. Something like that. That idea should be there. Denuka, that is correct. Yeah. You don't need the brackets, Denuka. You can just write equal A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4. Yeah. And Udamya, just say from which cells fill handle that you are going to use. And it's better you say we can copy the formula in E3 to E4 by dragging the fill handle of the E3 cell down. So that will be a full answer. Right? What you have written is fine. Fine means like it's good, but it's better you complete things. Ositmi, yeah, for the fifth one, yeah, that is correct. That's the correct answer. Ravindu, select the formula in E3 කිව්වොත් එතන පොඩි වැරද්දක් වෙනවා. You only need to select the E3 cell. Select E3 cell and click and drag the fill handle of the E3 down to E4. Yeah, Osanda, that's a complete answer. That's a good answer. Tesandu, it's better you say select E3 and select the fill handle of the E3, then drag it down. Then you can select the E3 cell and you are going to drag what? You have to say that clearly, Buddha. Select the E3 cell, then select the fill handle of the E3 cell. Much better if you say like that. Select the fill handle of the E3 cell and drag it down. The Nelka, what you have said here, yes. First select this E3 and then using the respective fill handle. Yeah. Okay. I'm just worried about the respective word. Respective. Let me check. Okay. No problem. Yeah. So Dinelka, that answer is good. Actually, a better answer. Behara, we have to select E3 and using the fill handle of that cell, we have to drag it up. Yes, that is completely correct. Uddamya, we can copy the E3 to E4 by selecting the E3 cell and drag the fill handle of E3 cell down to the next cell. Yes, correct. Yes, Dua. Yeah, that can be taken as a correct answer. Select E3 and select the fill handle of E3 cell, then drag it to E4. Yes, Ravidu, that can also take as a correct one. And Sairi, select E3 cell. Next, select the fill handle of the E3 cell and drag it to E4 cell. Yes, Sairi, that can be taken as a correct answer. Very good. Select E3 cell, then the fill handle and click it. Yeah, Tesando, select E3 cell, then the fill handle of E3 cell and click and drag it down, right? So only a slight mistake. Change it. Yeah. Yes, Ositmi, you can go for that as well. Just copy the formula using Control C and paste it in the E4 cell using Control V. That also a correct one. Ravindu, your one is correct. It's a good answer. Denuka, let me see. Yeah, Denuka, that's a correct answer. Uddamya, yeah, that is for the 7th, right? Yeah, yes, that is correct. Sydney, that is correct. Yeah, Ravindu, yes, that is correct. You can use A3 colon D3 as well, Buddha. Pehara. Yeah, Pehara, you don't need the dollar sign. Just A3 colon D3 will do. Dinelka, that is correct. Very good. Okay. All right. Since there are a lot of people who have done this, so you can move to the activity and see what are the answers for those. Udamya, yeah. Since they are asked for a formula, though, I think it's better you use the cell addresses and the formula pluses and minuses, not the functions. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They have earlier they have said use a single function and create the formula. Yes, yes. My bad. What you have written is correct, Udamya. Tehara, that's correct answer. Ositmi, yeah, Ositmi, you don't need the dollar sign, do. You can choose B2 colon F2. Osanda, now that is not going to be a correct answer, Pudam. Pehara, second one is correct. Osanda, think it through. They are asking the function. Udimma කියලා තියෙනවා මේ single function එක ලියන්න කියලා. Single function and create the formula. Udamya, third one is correct. Tesandu, second one is correct. Ositmi, yes, that is correct. Udamya, fourth one is correct. Pehara, third one is correct. Tesandu, first and second is correct. Yeah, Ositmi, that is average one is correct. Udamya, fifth one is correct. Fifth one, hold on. Udamya, hold on. Fifth, they enter the formula B11, find out the number of students present for each subject. Yeah, Udamya, that should be equal count, B2 colon B7 though. Like for each subject you have to take, later you can copy it to the other cells, but the correct function is going to be do a B2 colon B7. So that will give the count for the maths. Later you can copy it to the rest of the cells, so it will give the count to the other subjects respectively. Tesandu B2 colon B7 is correct. Pehara, that is correct. Osanda, that is correct. Ositmi, that is correct. Yeah, Tesandu equal sign should be there. Yeah, that is correct. Dinelka, first one is correct. Second one is correct. Third one is correct. Fourth one is correct. Fifth one is correct. Fifth one, why everyone goes for the F7 in the fifth one? Enter the formula in B11 to find out the number of students present for each subject. Oh, yes. So like for each subject, Tinelka, in the fifth one, you can count it using B2 colon B7. So you will count for the maths. Then later you can copy it to the other places. The B2 colon F7 is going to give you a huge number. It won't show the count for any subject. Right? So the sixth one is correct as well. Osanda, third one is correct. Ravindu, they are asking the function Buddha, not the not a thing with or not a formula. Pehara, yeah, that is correct. Yeah, Sydney, that is correct. That is correct. Hold on. The range is going to be a problem, Sydney. Hold on. Sydney, you are giving the answer for the fourth one, right? Pehara, that is correct. Ositmi, if it is the fourth one, the answer is incorrect, Dual. Osanda, yeah, equal sign should be there at the beginning. Yes. Okay, Ositmi, then it is correct. If it is B, it is correct. Yeah. Denuka, like to find it for each subject, first you have to find it for one particular subject. Then using the field handle, you have to copy it to the rest of the cells. Right? So you have to write that. Then ගොඩක් අයගේ උත්තරවල copy it to rest of the cells කියන එක තිබුණේ නැහැ. ඒක එන්න ඕනේ උත්තර ටික අහනකොට ඔය හැම සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකටම like in the question numbers 4th, 5th and 6th. Yeah, Sydney, yes. Ravindu, I can't refer the place of that you are asking why this is wrong. Ravindu, it is not wrong. It's just an equation, Ravindu, what you have written. What they are asking is the function. So you have to use some function to write it. What you have written is not incorrect, Uda. It will give you the answer. But according to the question, what you have given is incorrect. They are asking for a function. You have written only a formula. Got it, Ravidu? Yeah, Osidbi, that is correct as well. Yes, Denuka. Yeah, I will. Okay. All right. So now when it comes to the answers right over here, yeah, Tesandu, yes, that is correct. Now, in the first one that they are asking is enter the formula in G2 to calculate the total marks scored by Saman Kumar. Now, in the very first line, they have said use a single function and create the formula, right? So enter the formula in G2 to calculate the total marks scored by Saman Kumar. So total marks scored by Saman Kumar. Saman Kumar is here at the A2. So total score is going to be these things. The answer is going to be written onto this cell. So it's going to be equals sum B2 colon F2. Right? So that is going to be the answer for that. Right? If I write those things on the screen. Right, so here it should come equal sum B2 colon F2. Right, so the next question is enter the formula in H2 to calculate the average scored by Saman Kumar in H2. That means right over here, right? H2 cell. So I should be equal average, the complete average word should be there. Again, the same range, B2 colon F2. Right? Then they are asking enter the formula in B9 to find out the highest score obtained for mathematics. Highest score for mathematics. No, osit me. The difference between function and a formula is yeah, like function has a name, like sum, average, likewise, those are functions. Formula is just starting from an equal sign, then using the operators and cell addresses. We just write the formulas or the equations, we say. Right? So like you can't write a formula like this, A1 colon A3. No, you can't write it like that because it doesn't say what to be done. Either you should, if you are given a range, you should have a function name. If you are not given any range, then you should have the operators to inform what to be done with the cell addresses. Right? So the third question was enter the formula in B9 to find the highest score obtained by mathematics. So mathematics, it is this range. So maximum mark, they are asking the formula to write over here. So equal max, you have to say B2 colon B7, right? And the next one is about enter the formula in B10 to find out the lowest score obtained by students in each subject. So first of all, you have to tell equal min B2 colon B7, then copy the formula using fill handle from where to where? From B10 to F10. That would be a complete answer, right? So මේක තව චුට්ටක් හරියට ලියවුණා නම් මේ then කියන එකට කලිනුත් B2 colon B7 should be entered in B9, then copy the formula using fill handle from B10 to F10, right? So that should be the complete answer, right? B equal min B2 colon B7 කියන formula එක B9 වලට ලියලා using the fill handle copy it from B10 to F10. Denuka, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the rest of the things are going to be the same way, only the formula is going to change. For this, you won't count B2 colon B7, then the same phrase should be entered in B11. Then copy the formula using fill handle from B11 to F11, right? And for average marks, again equals average B2 colon B7 should be entered in B12. Then copy the formula using fill handle from B12 to F12. Right? Okay, so we are done with the 7th lesson. So we have to cover the 5th, 8th, and 9th lessons in your syllabus. So before that, we are going for a examination, actually a term test on next Saturday. So get ready, right? I'm going to give you a paper, right? And you have to answer it in here, right? So get ready, people. And I'll tell you how you are going to answer for that, right? Okay, so I'm going to end the session from here for today. So then we are going to meet on next week for the examination, right? So have a good week, rehearse yourself, get ready, and be there early, right? Don't be late, and you will be given the paper, right? So thank you very much, everyone. Have a very nice weekend and be safe, right? Okay, right, okay, everyone. Thank you very much. Right, okay, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.